And about the modifier elevation, here if I set it to a long surface, if I set it to current level or change it to project base point, now we can set the elevation base to the project current level or project base point, survey point, and internal origin point. But what are the differences? Here if I select the floor and then I want to edit it, for instance, if I set 4 sides for the new floor to thousands for the radius, delete dimensions, then I reset it, then I want to make some copies at the number of options in elevation base, for example 4 copies. Afterwards I want to open the Self view, reveal hidden elements. As you can see, we got 3 elements. One of them is project base point. As you can see, we can move it upwards. The another one is survey point, and the other one is the origin or internal origin point. As you can see, but we will talk about the coordinates in the following sessions. Exactly when we want to talk about the project location, in location, coordinations, and positions, since it is very important in Revit. And I believe that all of the users should be familiar with these issues completely, okay? Since these issues does matter for especially teamwork. Anyway, let us continue. Here in this part, if I annotate tab or architecture, I select this. Then I click on modify sub-elements and then add points along surface. Then I can specify the elevation. Watch this, and the height offset from level is minus 500. If I set it to current level, watch this, I add the point to show you the results. Then if I set it to project base point, then I click on it, then you see that the elevation base is based on the project base point. Watch this. Let me open the 3D view since here it is not visible for us. Wait for a second. I select this again. Base point 200. Check it out. I try again. 200s. Then I want to add the point. Watch this. Then the next option, again I select add point, survey point, this time 200s. Then I click at the center and also the next, modify, add points, internal origin for the elevation base in 200s. So I have specified the same value for all of them. But as you can see, the shown results are totally different with each other. Let me consider some distances between them. You see the different results in different functions and different heights since we have used current level for the first one, and we got height offset from level as well, and the next one is set to project base point. If I show you these points or coordinates, if I open the visibility graphics, I search for site, internal, project base point, and survey point. Watch this. As you can see, this has been set to project current level. We had a height offset from level and also the elevation. So the total will be 700s minus 500s and 200s. But while the next one is 200s, as you can see, since we have set it to Let me check the point or the base, project base point actually. Since the project base point here is positioned there, and let me again check the results here, project base points. Watch this. And then if I set it to survey point, this will be the result. And the last one, internal origin. Watch this. This has been considered in relation to the internal origin, and you can set or specify whatever options based on your needs. Again, I want to select them, top view at point. So these are the options here. If we set it to along surface, we can specify the offset from surface. But if we set it to absolute, we will only specify the elevation of element from the elevation base coordinate. So put these issues into consideration, guys. And the next part that we want to talk, I delete the section line temporarily, and I also delete these and reset the element or shape, and I want to edit it. Let me resize it or scale it numerical 2 times like this way, and then I finish the parts. Here again I want to select a point, add a point, specifying 250 for the elevation, then I click. Well done. In the older versions of Revit, the shape or element used to be deformed after adding the point. Actually, the patterns used to be deformed. I mean, previously, if we added the surface pattern, the angles of the patterns would be mixed up or deformed. Something like this, as you can see on the screen. While in the new versions of Revit, we do not have such a result, and they are kept. I mean, from the versions of 2023 on, this bug has been fixed. But how do we can fix it? If we are using the older versions, actually you can select Align, and then we talked about the align options. You can have a review on the previous sessions. Here, as you can see, we got pattern. If we set the pattern to entire surface and then I align the patterns, you'll see that this will be applied on the entire surface. But if we set it to selected face, it will be applied only on the selected surface. As you can see, the results, or again entire surface, watch this, all of them are aligned with each other, and this is perfect. Watch this, which is a professional approach that helps us to do our job perfectly. And even if you had an arc shape floor finish, watch this, you may have such a geometry, while in the older versions it mixed up. But as you can see, we got the geometry in a regular way right now in the version of 2024.1. Again, we select it, and then I reset the shape to its default mode. Then next one is add split line, which adds linear edges for reshaping the selected roof or floor. We can use this for dividing the region of the floor for changing the elevations. We select the add split line. We get the same tools or options to modify our elevation. Firstly, we should draw a line or the edge, or even we can draw it in this way, and a point will be added at the intersection part. Watch this, we can add more edges and more lines based on our needs and connect them, and then the points will be created automatically. And then we can move the points watch this, customize their positions. And also, after that, we can change them again. Look at this, and this is perfect. Again, if you needed some other changes, you can reset it like this way. Again, I click on a split line and then draw a line or a linear edge. Selecting the arc. If I select this arc, then I can move this upward. Watch this. As you can see, this is its appearance. If I reset it and select the line and move it upwards, watch this. This will be the result if we do not add the split line. Watch this. Here we got an arc like this way. So as a result, if you are using an arc shape floor, you'll have the option of curved edge condition confirm to curve. If I click on it, then we can set it to confirm to curve or project to side. If I set it to project to side, watch this, it will be shown flat. I mean the floor is shown flat and straightly. Again, we can set it to confirm to curve, like this way. And again, I reset the shape, like this way.